Zora Neale Hurston was one of the first African-American anthropologists, and a famous novelist. She was also a major influence in the Harlem Renaissance. She was raised in a family with 7 children in Eatonville, Florida. She had lived a pretty good life for being an African-American and a woman in the early 1900s. She had studied anthropology under the teaching of Franz Boas at Barnard University and had eventually gone on to receive her doctorates from Columbia University. Today, her work would be considered authentic, profound, and seminal, a positive celebration of African American life. Hurston wrote novels that were for the average reader with a fictional feel. She had gained the most recognition from the novels because of the authentic language she chose to use throughout the text. Like Boaz, she had felt that language is the surest index of culture, and was concerned with how folk tales are conveyed. Folk tales are projections of personal experience, hopes, and defeats. They inform you about the psychological and emotional state of the teller. Her most famous novel is Their Eyes Are Watching God, which had some African American folklore from the South. She had also written 2 ethnographic books, Mules of Men and Tell My Horse, which were filled with information on folklore and voodoo. African folklore has always been something that has intrigued her. Zora dedicated her time to collect, document, and preserve as much of African folklore as she possibly could. Zora had soon figured out that folklore is not easy to collect. She was forced to stop her research due to a fight that broke out with one of the characters in her tale in Mules and Men. In this novel, she gave a veiled form of complex analysis of race and gender in African American life. She tells stories from slavery days, tales that constitute an African response to the oppression, and how African women are battling sexism. Mules and Men is a novel where she reminds us that African humor is rich and reflects a variety of emotions. She believed folk practices recorded through social scientific methods could serve as correctives to racist or inaccurate cultural representations circulating in American pop culture. Folk tales educate, socialize, and moralize individuals, and also achieve social integration and maintain social stability in a group. Still being under the authority of Boaz, Hurston went out to Haiti and Jamaica to study voodoo. She had wanted to change the popular perception of voodoo, and with her writing style of folklore, poetry, humor, and twang, she believed she could. Some say while working under Boaz, he had dictated her focus and forced research on her, but she responded in a positive, humorous way. Hurston's novel, Tell My Horse, contained authoritative judgment and knowledge. She acknowledged the deeper meaning behind voodoo rituals and felt it was her personal crusade to try to document and make sense of them for the common man. Her work with voodoo has been overlooked and was not taken seriously in the academic world. She was ignored in the United States with her research in Haiti, mostly pertaining to the zombies. Hurston had refused to use formal research techniques, such as no references, citations, and wrote in first person. This all didn't help her fellow peers take her seriously. Voodoo has been widely skewed by mankind through oral traditions. As Hurston would describe it, voodoo is a religion of the creations and life. It helped free the Caribbean people from colonial enslavement and helped create independent communities. Voodoo is a worship of the sun, water, and natural forces. Its symbolism has been taken too literally, Haitians say. In the voodoo ceremonies, there is music, drama, dance, and possession. All these are elements that have been brought over from Africa and grafted onto Christianity when the Africans came into contact with it. Today, scholars in African religions have proved Hurston's analysis and research correct. Her research in Tell My Horse was very informative. It had more of an ethnographic style. She spoke of voodoo gods, ceremonies she attended, the different songs and dances that were performed, and provided a list of poisons. She also included many photographs that she had taken herself. She was the first person to ever photograph a zombie. She was able to provide 2 different classes of deities in the voodoo religion. Rada, originating from the Dahomey, representing the good gods, and the Petro, brought from the Congo, the evil gods. A Hunan is a practitioner of voodoo, and they are the one to call upon the spirits. Some of the voodoo gods that she described were known as Damballa, Izruli Freda, and Papa Legba Ataban. Damballa Uwedo is the supreme mysterious voodoo god. He is always represented with a serpent. It has been said that he resembles Moses and can be associated wherever the African man is found. The cane he uses turns into a serpent. In Haiti, the serpent is worshipped, protected, and honored. Damballa Uwedo is the highest, most powerful god in the Haitian voodoo religion. Izruli Freda resembles the Blessed Virgin, yet she is a jealous female spirit. She is the female counterpart to Damballa. She is worshipped for her perfection in giving herself to a mortal man. If chosen by Izruli, you will know by having troubled dreams, and if she is rejected, you will fall ill, and unhappy things will take place. The most popular voodoo song is the love song to Izruli Freda, and most upper-class Haitians make food for Izruli more than any other god. Papa Legba Atban is the god of the gate. He rules the gate at the Hoon Fort where ceremonies take place. He is also known as the Lord of the Crossroads. His altar is always in a tree near the Hoon Fort with an offering placed in the tree. He has no special day, all the days are his. Papa Legba is most known to the foreigners visiting Haiti. They are able to hear the drums played for him in the evenings. Hurston was one of the first people to ever document a zombie. Zombies are considered to be bodies without souls, the living dead. Zombies are created as an act of revenge. A was awakened because somebody required his body to be a beast of burden. They were also used as sneak thieves, stealing change and goods from the marketplace. Hurston collected testimonies regarding numerous sightings of zombies in the community. Hurston had accomplished a lot for the study of voodoo. She had documented different voodoo gods and goddesses, ceremonies, rituals, songs, poisons for healing and spells, possession, and zombies. Hurston's biggest mistake was not digging deep enough into the secret societies, which was the heart of the voodoo religion. Just like her research with mules and men, her work in Haiti fell short due to Hurston becoming very ill. She believed she was under voodoo magic and that she should stop probing into secret societies. In defense of her research, Hurston states that she understands the complexity of the folk communities that she researches and not even exhausting texts could begin to explain it. Even while writing about voodoo gods, she states that she is merely attempting to give an effect of the whole in the round. Zora Neale Hurston has provided some great information for future anthropologists studying voodoo. She has laid down the groundwork for studying this religion, and has sought to rehumanize voodoo. She has called for a radical rethinking of voodoo and has always strove for the cosmic secrets in the world. She has been called a genius of the South, and her writing style was unprecedented, innovative, and ahead of its time.